Mike Tyson just slapped Jake Paul so hard, the guy's probably wondering if his jaw will ever work the same again. Honestly, Jake had it coming. Did he forget about Tyson's legendary temper? This is the man who loses it over someone brushing against him, let alone what Jake did. Paul pulled one of the dumbest moves ever, stomping on Tyson's foot. It's like he was begging to get sent flying into next week. Some lessons, Jake, are learned the hard way.
The stage is set. Our main event tomorrow night.
And Jake's reaction. No surprise there. The guy looked like he'd just escaped a mental hospital, babbling like a lunatic with a wild-eyed, brainless stare that screamed ultimate fool. Seriously, he was a complete dumbo. You think he'd learn to keep his cool, but no. He was too busy turning himself into the biggest clown in the room. Jake never misses a chance to outdo himself in foolishness.
Get him up, Ariel! I'm get him up! He hits like a It's personal now! It's personal now! He must die!
The tension was already electric, with everyone holding their breath, expecting an epic showdown. And what does Jake Paul do? True to his chaotic, brain cell deficient reputation, he steps right on Tyson's foot. Seriously, how do you mess that up? He had one job: stand there, look tough, and keep his feet in their own ZIP code. But no, Jake somehow managed to fumble even that basic requirement, as if he's been secretly training to lose in the most creatively ridiculous ways possible. You can't make this stuff up.
He says the talk is over. You just felt his power. What did that feel like, and why did he do that to you?
I didn't even feel it. He's angry.
Mike
He's
Tyson,
an angry little elf.
whose tolerance
Mike Tyson,
for
I
nonsense
thought that was a cute
is
slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked
non-existent snaps. And by snaps, I mean he unleashes a slap so powerful it probably sent shockwaves back through Jake Paul's family tree, warning his ancestors to stop embarrassing the bloodline. It was the slap heard around the world, a moment of divine justice that made everyone believe in karma again. Security scrambled to separate them, desperate to prevent Tyson from finishing what Jake's mouth couldn't handle. And then, things nosedive into full-on circus mode. Instead of realizing he's way out of his depth, Jake Paul drops into a bizarre yoga pose. Yes, yoga, in front of Mike Tyson. Are we away in or watching some low-budget wellness retreat audition? Jake's grand plan for diffusing tension involves contorting himself into shapes that practically scream, "I have no idea what I'm doing." He's like a reality TV character too clueless to realize he is asterisk the punchline.
He's angry. He's an angry little elf. Mike.
But wait, there's more. Jake Paul, incapable of keeping his mouth shut, looks directly at Mike Tyson, the combat sports legend, and calls him an angry little elf. Seriously, Jake. This is a man with a bite force stronger than wild animals, and you're hurling insults better suited for a kindergarten playground. It's like Jake genuinely thinks his trash talk makes him tough. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Instead, it makes him look like an attention-starved kid who still believes he's living out some superhero origin story. The audacity is almost as big as his cluelessness. And then, the piece de resistance. Jake Paul grabs the mic. What follows is his grand villain monologue, except it's less menacing and more deranged. He must die. Jake bellows, channeling all the cringiest traits of a one-eyed action movie villain. The crowd, half expecting a cheesy laugh track, watches in stunned disbelief. It's tragic, really, the kind of moment that makes you wonder if Jake genuinely believes he's starring in a blockbuster where plot armor will save him. Spoiler: this is reality, Jake, and your acting is as terrible as your chances in the ring. Meanwhile, Mike Tyson does the coolest thing imaginable. He just walks away. No words, no
The world is
theatrics,
excited to see you
just
one last
pure
time,
composure.
perhaps. Can you just tell us
Tyson
the
isn't here
emotions,
for
the
the
thoughts
clown
that are
show,
going through your mind right
the
now?
childish dramatics, or the
Talking's
circus
over.
Jake's trying to create.
Why did you
He's here to
push him
fight,
there?
and he knows that words mean nothing
All right, that's
when you
it.
have
That's
real
it for
power
Mike.
to back them up. Jake Paul's antics are like a child throwing a tantrum in a grocery store. Loud, embarrassing, and completely ineffective. Tyson, on the other hand, has seen it all and done it all. He knows that no amount of Jake's desperate bravado can change the fact that, in the ring, experience trumps everything. The tension in the air was palpable, with the crowd practically vibrating with anticipation as Tyson and Paul stood just feet apart. It was the weigh-in before what was shaping up to be the most bizarre, highly anticipated boxing showdown in recent memory. Then, in a moment of pure stupidity, Jake Paul stepped right on Mike Tyson's foot, something Tyson, with his almost primal hatred of feet, would never let slide. Back in 2019, Mike Tyson revealed in a GQ Sports interview that feet are his kryptonite. He admitted that if someone stepped on his foot in a UFC fight, he'd tap out immediately. Tyson doesn't just dislike feet, he's utterly revolted by them. And here comes Jake
all of
Paul,
my dreams
our
and goals
beloved
by
YouTuber turned boxer,
just working hard
strutting
and
around
believing in
with the
myself
confidence of someone
and that
who's
they
never
can too.
bothered
Then you want
to
people
research his
to,
opponent.
be like,
In
I need
one
to believe in
colossal
myself.
mistake,
Exactly.
Jake
That's a good
manages to
message.
stomp
and to
on
manifest
Tyson's
things
biggest nightmare.
into reality.
Kind of on the same time as you.
All while not taking it too serious.
Yeah.
Not like taking things too serious.
Yeah.
That's a good message.
Add a little fun in everything.
I
you
feel like
do.
you're really good at that, not taking things too serious.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are you a serious guy in your everyday life?
No, I like to be like a fun person. Try to be a fun person.
Something I've noticed you're really good at is like confronting the uncomfortable. And like you do that in stand up, you do that in your videos where you're going out in public and having these kind of awkward interactions with people. Has that become kind of second nature to you? Or do you still get nervous to make these?
Honestly, how oblivious can Jake Paul be? It's like he walked straight into a minefield and was genuinely surprised when he set off an explosion. His complete cluelessness is almost a work of art. This wasn't just a casual mistake, it was the ultimate rookie move, a masterpiece of ignorance. Tyson, who's kept his cool through decades of provocations, finally snapped. And when I say snapped, I mean he unleashed a slap so powerful that it probably made Jake question every life choice that led him to that exact moment. Security rushed in, frantically trying to prevent the whole scene from descending into a war zone. The chaos was real. Guards swarmed the stage, desperately trying to hold back a force of nature like Mike Tyson. Ever the legend, Tyson didn't waste any words. He simply muttered three that shook everyone. Talking's over. Because that's who Tyson is, a man of action, not empty words. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, trying to pretend he wasn't feeling the slap, was scrambling harder than an egg on a frying pan, desperately trying to salvage what little dignity he had left.